The 45th parallel north longitude is situated 45 degrees to the north of the Earth equator. It crosses Europe, Asia, the Pacific Ocean, North America, and the Atlantic Ocean. Amavi is also located on the 45th parallel. Amavi is a town in the south of Russia, situated in the eastern part of Krasnodar Krai. It's 202 kilometers away from Krasnodar and 1,400 kilometers far from Moscow. Together with the suburban rural districts, it makes a municipal entity. We start our tour of Amavi in the outskirts of the city. This place is called Strizhibkin Hill. Not far from here, in the late 18th century, the fortress Prochnoe was built by order of the famous military leader Alexander Suvorov. The first Cossack redoubts were built here too. A bit later, the hill was named after Strizhibkin, who at the cost of his life held off the attack of Abreks until the reinforcements arrived from the fortress. There is a memorial complex for Stadt, an open-air museum of military equipment, founded in honor of the warriors who were defending this part of Russia. The worship cross and chapel of Saint Alexander Nevsky have been erected here too. But all this is on the top. Underneath, there is an observation area with a good view over Amavi. In 2019, our town celebrated 180th jubilee birthday since its foundation in 1839. In the course of time, a small settlement, a Caucasian turned into a blossoming town garden with the sparkling fountains and green parks. Amavi is recognized as one of the most comfortable cities in Krasnodar Krai. For good reason, it's also called the Pearl of the South of Russia. History of the city made by its people. Portraits of the most famous citizens of Amavi can be seen in the Central Alley of Glory. Here you can also read their biographies. The commander of the Kuban line was the Major General Grigor Christoforovich Zas. He is considered to be a founder of our town. In 1839, Grigor Christoforovich finally allocated the place of a new settlement, an aul for Chekisagais, mountainous Armenians, ordering to settle them on the left bank of the Kuban River, opposite the fortress Prochnoe, and provide them with all necessary assistance. Did the experienced commander assume at the time how precisely he had chosen the site? In 2017, members of the local Geographical Society did a research and found of the following. The 45th parallel north longitude runs through Amavi. No wonder it's called golden and happy. The 45th parallel neighbors of Amavi are Simferopol, Venice, Belgrade, Verona, Montreal. World-known vineyards of Burgundy and Bordeaux are situated there too. Each of these cities has its own incomparable history. Compared with the fellow cities, Amavi is the youngest one, but age is a relative thing. Amavi has survived 2 revolutions and 2 wars. Well, let's go back to the point. Cherkesagai Armenians called a new settlement after the ancient capital of Armenia, Amavi. Local people traded well, establishing contacts with the people living in the Caucasus and beyond. The pre-revolutionary Amavi had cinemas, circus and a theater. For developing trade, the Vladikavkaz Railway was built in 1875. A year after this event, Aul got the status of a town. At present, there are 2 railway stations in Amavi, the first and the second ones. Railway Station 1, called Rostovsky, is located right in the center of a city. The old station building had been destroyed during the war, and it was rebuilt in 1950. Amavi is sometimes called a tiny America. From the very start of the Aul foundation, there came and settled people from all over the Caucasus and central part of Russia. Nowadays, there are more than 100 nationalities in Amavi. There are 13 national communities acting on the territory of the city. I strongly recommend you visit Amavi on its birthday celebration. You can easily immerse into a motley whirlpool songs, dances and folk games. A lot of bright and colorful corners of the national cultures show their best to the guests. However, you can taste dishes of the Caucasian cuisine all the year round. Khinkali, Horvats, Hashlama, Dolma, Pahlava. In the city you can find a lot of cafes and restaurants, which serve national cuisine specialties. Since then, when the first Czechoslovakians settled on the banks of the Kubань, friendly relations began to strengthen between Russian and Armenian people. Nowadays, our city and the capital of ancient Armenia, Amovia, are twin cities. In the 21st century, you will not surprise anyone with interesting marriages. The history of two peoples is closely intertwined. In 2019, in one of the busiest neighborhoods, a composition of gray-white granite, Unity of Spirit, appeared as a symbol of unity and the centuries-old ties of two nations. Two women in traditional costumes bow their heads to read the Bible. Above their figures stands a cross, symbol of the Christian faith. It's so pleasant to walk along clean Amovia streets and beautiful alleys. Visitors of Amovia cannot help admiring the unique style of pre-revolutionary buildings. It doesn't matter if you stroll along the old town streets or in the central part of the Amovia. It's green and cozy everywhere. You can even choose the route walked by Vladimir Mayakovsky, Igor Severyanin, Alexander Kuprin or Mikhail Nesterov. Our town is mentioned in a well-known novel by Mikhail Bulgakov, Master and Margarita. During the raid after Black Cats, an Amovia dweller caught one and made him go to the police on his hind legs. There is a monument to the vigilant man in one of the town districts. In Amovia, there are a lot of monuments to outstanding poets, writers and military leaders. There is a memorial sign dedicated to the 45th parallel. It's exactly 5,000 kilometers from this place to the Arctic Circle, as well as to the equator. Our citizens believe that if you stand right in the middle on a bronze circle and make a wish, it will surely come true. If you want to stand on a happy parallel, there is no need to go far away. It's enough to come to Amovia. Welcome to Amovia.